So on that note, let's get on with it and have a... I don't know why we keep on getting sent to Vivian, really. Why is she the historian?
With a little help from Sid, of course.
She looks younger than Clive.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We
Oh,
have
I've got
myriad
miniatures blocking my
sightings of
screen. I
strange
need to move them
soldiers in
so I can
unexpected
see.
places, but nothing definitive as yet.
So I can read the subtitles.
If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
If you hear beeping, that's outside. There's something reversing.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
That joke didn't really land.
Have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favorite uncle is here!
He's too jolly, it's not going to end well. I like when Clive emotes. He doesn't emote enough.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo.
I was thinking that as well, actually.
He's engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive.
When I saw what the toy looked like.
As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, your Radiance, I shall depart at once.
So Bahamut's dominant is feeling...
I forgive you.
He's not in on his father's plan, clearly. And he's being used.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
No, and they know that he isn't okay with it. Because of astrologers, apparently.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
That is one ugly kid.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here?
Oh, he was standing up on that balcony for a long time.
The little ones have been up to their old. It's just one thing after another around here.
Yeah, that is very stereotypical stuff. She wants Dion to die so that her blood takes the throne, not the son that the Emperor had before her. It's very typical stuff.
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
He says that like it's a lot. I haven't spent any gil. I've still got like 20,000. Sorry, 20,000.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I
Shanty.
hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
Well, if the Empress became, like, in charge, Clive would be there, because he's her son as well. She doesn't like him, but she still birthed him.
Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it
Thank goodness
bears her
Kupka had
knights
somebody to
from
give him
one
a hand to get out of
battlefield
there.
to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry.
Isn't that the name of Odin's
A
horse?
fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why home to Drake's Fang?
Ifnir or whatever, the name of the boat they were talking about.
Needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it.
No.
So
Close.
what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
Ah, see, I knew I heard the name somewhere before.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short...
Why does he suddenly sound so suspicious?
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Oh, and we are ready to go. Did all the side quests last time. Didn't we leave one mark undone? Yeah, because I found the wrong one by accident, so there is still one going. North of Sorrow Wise. Try and remember that next time we're in that general area.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The lands around the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom.
I thought that was pronounced
Any trouble on the
fiefdom.
way, you
Have I been
ask
saying it wrong all these years?
Galamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
Why doesn't Gav like his uncle? Is it because the uncle's rich?
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
They might just be having him be gung-ho so that we can have a teammate, because Jill can't really do anything right now. Gonna go hunt the Diablos.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Immediately looking to see if I can see any cactuars. Scorpions and birds.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose
Big
one's
scorpions.
bearings in the sands.
Ooh, rare drop. It's each Kobo's. Is that a Reg Kobo on the hill there? It's gonna drop a meteorite on me.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived.
It is Reg Kobo's.
Whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle.
I'm not gonna aggro them. I don't want them to drop a meteorite on me.
Fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling.
I also don't want to have to punch one of them to death. Is it this way? Hang on, I need to see the map. We don't know. It looks like it does lead round though. No talking? Okay.
Who do you think those soldiers were?
Soldiers in the inn.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Carrying a crystal that creates water? He might not actually. He doesn't seem to have the belt everyone else has.
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
He hasn't been here for years. How does he know that still applies?
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Now, is there chocobo in the soup? These are important questions I must know the answer to. Oh, that's what's her name. Joshua is here.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. You must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
No, it's like a sitcom. They're just missing each other.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
It's just out of sight, so she couldn't see them.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
Yeah, she'd see them from there.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in Camber that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Come on. Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
Now we just murdered 4 possibly innocent soldiers. And took their skin, apparently.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Well, she definitely saw him.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
He didn't even drink the water. I presume the reason for them not wanting to meet up is because he's got the thing that's after Clive inside him.
Clive?
He knows it's Joshua because he didn't eat his vegetables.
It's nothing. Let's go.
That's a callback to the start of the game. Not only did he leave the vegetables, but when he was at the castle with his father, he was playing with the leftover vegetables in the same way, kind of organising them like that. I thought it was strawberries, though. I guess that was just the lighting in the intro.
Where are you?
Well,
He could barely move, he can't be that far.
Before, we do now.
The Royalists said it themselves.
Pit dog.
Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Made from the stout.
Well, if it was cooked carrots, I understand. I think he might be in the salt mines, which is very ironic given his stance on
It's
Clive.
the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Let's check what's being sold
Looks like
first.
we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Good day, my lord.
Nothing as good as what I'm wearing. Huh? Reduces lightning rod cooldown by 5.
Go with Gilbert.
Speak with townspeople. You're not a townspeople, you're a gatekeeper. You're a town person. Nope. Oh.
Light it for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't
Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew
Just
where
point
to
us to the
find-
Dragon's Den office of this village and we'll be fine.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said
Less
Sid's
cool
contact was
doggle.
likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
None of these people look like a...
I
Oh,
want to play with the crystal.
like a blacksmith. Neither does he, really.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamel. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll
You
usually
have baths?
Thank you,
People of
kind
dignity. And grace.
Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows.
Sweet incense, wax candles.
Excuse me. Are you Furder?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
That certainly doesn't sound like we're going to get murdered.
Just look! Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
I think if they saw someone sprout a couple of phoenix wings, they'd be like, fuck this, and just leave. I accidentally used a potion right at the end there, I think, because I thought it stayed on Torgal's commands, but it didn't. Probably from when he wasn't there during the pub fight.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord.
It's lucky he didn't decide to kill those people for no reason.
To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Is it going to be a running joke that Sid befriended like every madam that runs a whorehouse?
Warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
Once you go flat? I see.
The most fragrant herbs.
The finest fabric.
Is this the place?
Oh, this isn't a whorehouse at all.
Ubo's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it.
Yeah, this is feeling very Assassin's Creed, especially when they put up their hoods earlier. I thought the same thing.
Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity?
Money.
Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way.
Have you considered walking around the salt door and just going in the side?
Be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
Why, you little...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
You get nothing. Good day, sir.
If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need
Hello,
to.
Echo.
All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil. Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
We have successfully identified the problem. They've run out of magic crystals. Solution: find and kill those who have taken the magic crystals and keep them for yourself. Oh, the place is called the Final Sting.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
The guy wasn't as helpful as the first one.
Needed to a silken soft.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
Pardon me?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Pigeons are fighting outside my window again.
I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking, with pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use.
He was just there.
In by now.
My carpets have
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Let me treat you.
Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
Pretty much the same thing for free.
The supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere and pocketing the profits.
How much time has passed since the game started? I think I was on like 16 hours or something.
With them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor.
This is the first PlayStation since the most recent video that's on YouTube, so that was part 10, which I guess would be 20 hours. So this would be 21 hours,
One should
I
never
think.
underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face.
Thereabouts, give or take.
I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I'm sure there won't be a fight
Trust I
breaking
can
out
count on your
there.
Support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
Oh, time in the story. I think it's been 2 5-year jumps. Or, well, wait, the first jump was what? I thought it was 5, but maybe it wasn't. The second time jump was 5.
Let's go.
Yeah.
The dog is a magic dog, that's been confirmed now. It's okay that he lives forever. Yeah, he was only like a teenager in the intro for the first couple hours.
I'll take it from here.
Look at all them crystals.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord.
Get him, he's French.
But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion.
Thank goodness they're sharing their
and
evil
share
plan.
the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
Just announcing it.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them
Yeah, I think
both.
that's just you, Jeff.
Stay down.
it, Uncle. Good. I'm just getting warmed up. Titan!
Oh, don't make me fight a Jacobo.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly.
This street rat needs a punch in the face.
Confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
I would actually, I have places to be. Gotta go give Kupka a hand.
It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades.
That's convenient.
Those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the...
There's a dog yelping
Here,
outside.
Wear this.
I think it's answering another dog barking at it. Oh good, another seal.
Any friend of mine who sees
He
you
really
with
is
it
going to
shall
look
be a
like a
friend of
North
yours.
Korean general by the end of this.
Lubo.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
It's not a euphemism.
a los Delan. Tu Isagelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down.
Don't come in here to get mad at the other
Reputation to
dog making
uphold.
noise, Sarah. Yeah, I hear it too. It's okay. Just chill there, but no barking, alright? She's probably going to bark at some point.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
She's getting more and more annoyed by it.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Wait, I have 114,000 gil? Jesus. Oh no, there's a side quest. I'm compelled, I must do the side quest first.
Fresh bread, warm from the
Further delaying the inevitable Titan fight that was in the one trailer I watched.
Plates and pots, holes and basins, everything I've worked for. All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
You all right?
The baths are closed.
Oh, Tombury redeemed the bargaining and thank you, Eleanor, for using your prime.
On second thought, perhaps
I think that
you're
might mean you
just
have the
what I
rainbow
need.
scythe now. Oh wait, no, I think it might be
Services for
84.
hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place.
Not yet.
I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
All right.
I think it's just going to be a bunch of bomb monsters.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison.
It is 84.
livelihood, my very life is at stake.
So me and Serenity would have it then, and that's about it. And Serenity uses the first sticker. And the gate is open.
They've opened the gate.
Just said that.
Lubor was true to his word.
Oh, good, because I think I have to... Oh, look, I can see the bomb enemies from here. Can I just go this way to get to them?
Mommy, I want to play with the crystal.
No, because the water's scalding. Okay, we've got to go through then.
It's not a toy.
Let me just double check the map. Oh, there was another side quest back there. But yeah, we do.
Well,
We should get going soon.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Walud are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Sid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
He doesn't have a plan. Other than stab him.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Oh. I guess I've got to go down from that ladder over there, okay.
Come on, girl, the gate's open now.
What the hell are those things?
There's 4 inactive ones, or 5 inactive ones. I had a feeling. Bork. Hello, Lord Sycon. Thank you for resubbing for the 73rd time. Welcome back. You're 10 away from the Rainbow Scythe. Or 11.
By the flames. That explains the heat.
Okay, that one's his. Oh.
Nice try. Too slow. Nice try.
Oh, I didn't realize that had a block built into it. He is called Old Faithful, yes.
This one. All yours, Torgal.
I'm not so faithful anymore.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
And let's teleport back over here. Just to save the run back, really.
This is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpet.
The most fragrant herbs and
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Made from the stoutest. There he is. The man. I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Hideous explosive
Not what I
monsters.
expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I've burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day
Because it's
might
kind of
yet
apt
be
we fought
salvaged.
something called Old Faithful when it is the 4th of July. Ooh. The thing for crafting interests me more than the accessories. Because an accessory that only affects one skill out of 6 is not that great.
Needed to a juiciest meat from green. It would make
The finest fabrics!
I've never even forged a button. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past
Hello, Alco.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware.
Find an excellent
He wants me
spoon.
to make a carving
Oh,
knife, one
okay.
that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
I could give you a
He
hand
looks
if you
like Squall.
I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been.
He's got the wrong colour hair.
Lubor needs
Squall has
all
brown
the
hair, doesn't he?
hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So,
Although I guess that's not what it look like.
Good question. If I'm honest.
He sort of has the cheek scar because of where the tattoo got removed.
And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind.
Although
The
Squall's is
spirit
down
of
his
Dalamil.
brow, right? Or between his eyes.
Simple with that man.
the way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak
Squall was
to
before lead
first?
characters were allowed to have
There's
face hair
plenty of
though,
folk in
and
Dalamil
stubble,
who use knives for a living. There's the butcher,
despite being in their
of course,
20s.
and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we?
I'll admit I wasn't listening to what he said at all.
Find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Carving out a niche. We need to talk to butchers and things to find like a special knife. Is that what he said? It's Alico's fault. He got me talking about Squall.
To take a simple test and turn it into a riddle.
Oh, another riddle. I see. Hello, kitty. Another side quest? I really want to wait. I think that was part of the side quest. Never mind. Talk to the Fletcher.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
It makes sense, but is also impossible.
Take a sniff, good sir.
And apparently it is someone else over here.
Needed to a silken softness.
Plates and pots! Hoes and basins!
It's not someone upstairs.
I'll be asking for you again.
Won't you come and play, handsome?
A 1,000 gil for a minute.
1,000 gil for Gashel greens. That sounds expensive.
We can make our way back to the Fang.
Well, maybe it is upstairs. Just committing petty theft, nothing to see here.
I need to drink.
Genuine cactuar needles. Alright, they're confirmed to exist in the world.
You're going to drink my...
Mostly for, I was going to say aromatherapy, that's not what I mean.
What I'm hearing?
The one where they stab you a lot.
Finest fabrics. Yes, they're quite.
Meat up therapy. Where the hell is whoever I'm supposed to be talking to? It's a pretty big search area. Acupuncture, that was what I was blanking on. Not a word in my normal vocabulary.
If you can't even fill my cup.
Sweet incense. What wax candle?
Just look.
There's no
at
green
the
markers
detail.
here.
The craftsmanship. Look, Father. Hot water. But where are the bearers who...
Made from the stoutest stoneware. One ship, one track, no matter how...
Ah, probably down there. Or not. Finding a lot of goblin coin in this town. Usually when you're near someone you need to talk to, it puts the quest marker above their head, and it's not doing that.
Fucking men of the wrong.
I need to drink.
And this is out the AoE.
You're going to drink my pockets dry. Is it true what I'm...
Where is the person I'm supposed to talk to? Help.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
Plates and pots, bowls and basins.
I'm not seeing any markers. Not you.
Won't you come and play, handsome?
Like, none of these people have the quest marker over their head.
A measly bunch of gazelle greens. If you can't even fill my cup, you're done.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
It's out of the range. Near the south gate. This is the south gate. Oh, there he is. Did you Google it?
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
You did, okay.
Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
Everyone in this town flirts with Clive.
A carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Keep the darkness from your door.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the...
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other
Metal
apprentices
Juror,
know
whatever
better
they're
than to
called.
help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Oh, this person out here that I talked to before. No, wait, that's... okay, up on the hill. There's chocobo tracks in the sand there, but... oh no, now he's leaving tracks. He wasn't leaving tracks at first. Oh! Damn it.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
It's a
You
metallurgist.
said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
Limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no
Cash will
trouble
do.
finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly. So, do you crush it up, or just...
I don't think this will save as much time as I think it will, but it's okay.
This is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpet.
Take a sniff, good sir. Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Doesn't look like it's sending him far enough in that there would be danger from monsters. He could have just got the limestone himself.
Hanging lanterns!
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
This has felt like a very MMO quest.
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Sava needs.
Finally, we'll be able to get one.
Just look at the detail. Needed to a silken
juiciest
soft.
meat. Yes, they're quite
The
soft.
finest fabrics! Fresh
Wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
I got 3. Is 3 enough?
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for.
A stick.
That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalimil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalimil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalimil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava. Know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. but only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will.
Your boss sounds like a twat. I think you should find another employment.
Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like
No, there goes
congratulations
a
are in
cunt.
order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalimil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
Poor man. Anyway, back to the main quest.
The most fragrant herbs and
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Plates and pots!
Could technically go upgrade, but I prefer doing that just when I'm back there anyway, rather than going out of my way.
We should get going soon. Do you have
Come on, girl, the gate's open.
I think goblin coins were another one of the sellables, along with the black blood and gill bugs. You could also use them to pay goblins, yes. What's down that road? No, I'm not allowed to go to the sickle. Nobody goes down that road. Oh right, his uncle is also still here.
There it is. Drake.
Was he even in the cutscenes for that side quest I just did?
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Yep, I was thinking that as well.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms.
He almost quoted Charlie Chaplin there.
I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
I'm curious if there'll be a dungeon we have to do by ourselves. I guess so, because it's a location. What the? Oh, he's trying to use artificial ones.
Fuck! Why do they still hurt? What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rossfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just
Tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A mother crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo? Clive Rossfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Oh. So that's why he's being a shit. He probably sent Benedicta's head to Titan then. Because it still hasn't explained who did that, because it wasn't Sid. He's working for the baddies. Odin's, presumably Odin's dominant. The hell is that?
Orcs.
Oh.
Did the royalists bring them from Ash? Are the Beastmen part of the Waluda army now? How the hell did that happen?
Is this actual stealth? I don't do actual stealth. I'm quite happy to fight them. Okay, good.
They've spotted us.
Well, he has the right name.
It's over.
Taken over the entire mine. So much for the men of the Rock. Dalmekia's finest.
Eaten by orc. Oops. What attack was that? He's a mesmerizer. Just take a quick look in these side rooms. It's a big place.
Animals. You should never have left Ash.
Oops. Didn't charge it. They get up there, I don't know Garuda powers. Oh, that works.
Nice try. Stay down.
Alrighty then. I'm surprised they rely so much on magic, considering how big and tough they are. Well, tough looking. There's a big opening up ahead. Huh.
Stairs. This must be the way out.
The way out as in the way I want to go, or the way I go once the deed is done? Oh, hello. Nice face.
I won't be sneaking past this one. How did we get in here?
That went through the Titan block. Oh wait, no, it just doesn't trigger the counter. Ah, but I can counter those.
Nice try.
He's turned into Final Fantasy 14 enemy.
Nice try. Nice try.
Just absolutely destroyed that man's testicles. Oh, 3 meteorites. That's very generous. I have it on good authority that they're quite rare. Why is this hole so long? I've got to know, is there something over here? Hidden behind one of these? No? Alright.
By the flames. Come on, Torgal.
Well, this is setting me up for the fight for sure, because these will be potions.
Did do things by halves, as if taking the mother crystal to his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
Let the trial begin.
Chunky! Spirits within!
With me.
Yeah, potions and high potions in this game are a bit more like Estus. You can only hold a certain amount. You can't hold like 99. So any excess just automatically heal you. Ooh, I think that might be a new record. Just under 40k.
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Muthos.
Everyone is kill.
Did the orcs do this too?
Just having a look for chests.
More of them.
Who was I dodging? Oh, I guess that one through there for some reason.
What the hell is going on? Are these things here for me? Or for him?
That was not worth getting. Not when there's no reason to have Gil. So far at least. There might be something later, who knows. Nope. Okay, take out the enemies that buff them with bravery. Guess there's a buffer hiding somewhere.
Nice try.
Destroy his throne. Do to his what he did to yours.
First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima?
Well, there's going to be a fight in this corridor. It's too nondescript and long.
This won't be easy. Too slow.
Doesn't stick onto him when I do that attack for some reason.
Too slow.
Okay. There's an easy way to get a trophy. Wait, is this the other door? I got turned around in that fight then because I thought I was heading towards the door I needed. Wait, no, I came up those stairs. That must be a switch I missed. Oh, or you know, it could be these big ones here.
You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go?
Has a big bed.
The heart. He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Toggle.
Yep. I thought I saw a chest in the cutscene and I wondered to myself, oh, I wonder if that is openable. Well, before we go into a boss fight, let me just see if I can spend to upgrade that skill. Oops. Hang on, I could go to Torgal's stats there. Oh yeah. He had a Ecliptic Howl there, that's Fen result. That upgrades again. Oh, but that's just to make it usable on any icon. Yeah. I prefer that the icons stay in their lanes. You don't mix and match them. I know we've passed the 2 hour mark incidentally, but I want to finish this section. If it wasn't for that side quest, we would have been there by now. There's a lot of enemies. Oh, that's how you make it do super damage. It has to be a counter. I see.
That better be the last of them.
The rare voice. It wasn't.
My everything. I've missed you so much.
Kuka!
I swear to you, my love. We will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
It's fine. For some reason, she had no breasts.
You get away from her. Benedicta! I'll kill you, Roswell!
Oh shit, he's priming. No, Let's give this a try. Not bad.
His face reminded me of Megatron there. Sorry, I'm trying to not talk, but it looked so much like Megatron. There is, as it turns out, yeah. I was worried they'd all have the same Benedicta theme.
I'm coming, Kuka!
no, I pressed the wrong button. I was expecting that to be a power struggle. Whoops. Surprised it kept going. That was a really long tunnel.
Is that you, Ultima? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clive! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss.
One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
That the death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
No, Sid didn't send her head. He was framed. At least presumably, because he wouldn't do that kind of thing.
Some medicine, my lord? I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope.
Fellas, is it gay to kiss another man?
Forgive me, Terence. That you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
Is that some kind of spying flower? Is that what that is?
Olivier has been made Emperor.
What?
What is the meaning?
Well, we called it for one, but I wasn't expecting her to move so soon.
What were they? Quickly! Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and... Gah!
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
Oh, and we don't get to hear it. Alright, let's see what's the setup for the next part of the story, and that's where we'll... I mean, it's awkward, but I don't want a 4-hour video. So yeah, we will do a little bit of Mech Warrior, I guess. I want to see what the Titan weapon looks like.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Oh, if it's just to talk to him, that's perfect. We'll just go to the blacksmith instead. No! I did the awkward, didn't press the button, jump again.
What became of Kupka? Why haven't we heard anything?
I'd be fine with it being the slappy fist thing, or finger from Elden Ring.
What's that for you, dear?
Yeah, it's reinforce you go to, right? No, it is craft. Maybe his weapon, or his thingies are armor? I'm not seeing anything that needs the earthen... Oh wait, those need it. Those aren't very good. Does he really not have a sword? There's nothing in reinforce, there's nothing in craft. Okay then.
Anything else?
Alright then, well, for YouTube we're ending off there and we'll talk to Otto next time. That was a long one.